Pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now.
Hi, my name's Chris Connelly and I do Year 9 IST. This term in IST, we've been studying aviation. So let's have a look at what we've done, shall we? In this term in IST, we had to do 6 different pieces of assessment. The first of these was Investigation 1, Flight Quest. In Investigation 1, we were chosen to be in pairs. Then we had to create a PowerPoint outlining the basic principles of flight. I was paired with Jared Coombs, and together we created a very good PowerPoint. But Investigation 1 wasn't only about creating fun PowerPoints. We also had to create a paper plane that could fly for a decent amount of time and distance. This was our design, and as you can see, it flew very far.
Right, there we go. Count in. 3, 2, 1, fly! Oh, it's up there. Oh, staying up. It's staying up. Oh, keep it up now. Oh,
At the end of the day, everyone threw their planes at me when I was lying on the ground.
Oh, that didn't work right. Yeah, I got you, Chris.
I got
Suck it!
But planes aren't the only thing that can fly. Our next piece of assessment was Investigation 2. Investigation 2 consisted of a 400-word essay explaining how helicopters fly and the similarities and differences between them and planes. There isn't much else to say about this assignment apart from, you know. For Investigation 3, we had to fly around in a flight simulator and take photos of significant landmarks around Brisbane. Some of these included Gare Field, the Brisbane Eye, Gateway Bridge, Suncorp Stadium, the Story Bridge, and the Gabba. And we also had to choose 3 locations of our own. On top of this, we had to label a plane's dashboard and post on a forum our favourite free flight simulator. My flight simulator was Flight Gear. Flight Gear is the best flight simulator that I've come across. The interface is very realistic and well set out. It is quite a challenge to download, but it is well worth it. Even a helicopter is available and additional downloadable maps. For Investigation 4, we had to do a booklet about aviation. This booklet had questions in it concerning Aviation Australia, a company that trains students for jobs in the aviation industry around the world. But we didn't just write about Aviation Australia, no, we went there. That's right. Once we had arrived, we were shown around to the various state-of-the-art training facilities by staff members. This trip was very informative as it told you everything you needed to know about aviation careers around the world. As you can see from behind me, the buildings and hangars that we visited were very interesting, and all the staff members were friendly and answered all our questions, good and bad. Overall, Investigation 4 was probably the most enjoyable out of all the pieces of assessment that we've done this term. Investigations 5 and 6 were both blog posts. Investigation 5 asked students to write about an aircraft that existed only in pop culture. In my blog post, I talked about D-77TC Pelican. DC-77TC Pelican is a space-to-ground aircraft used in the video game franchise Halo. In my blog post, I talked about all the different uses that the Pelican had in the video game. These consisted of things like carrying cargo and transporting soldiers. I also talked about the various weaponry that the Pelican has on board. Some of these include grenade launchers, machine guns, and missiles. I also talked about how likely it was that something like the Pelican would be produced in today's environment. This is because the Pelican is actually aerodynamic and has many uses. Investigation 6 was similar to Investigation 5 as it required students to choose a form of aviation thrill-seeking and write about it. I chose sky surfing. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Sky surfing consists of strapping a board to your feet and then proceeding to jump out of an airplane. The board can then be manoeuvred to perform tricks and increase the diver's momentum. The board resembles a small surfboard or a snowboard and the feet can be detached in emergency situations. This term in IST has been fun, informative, and although it didn't inspire me to become a pilot, I have considered becoming a flight attendant. Let's check that out, shall we? May I take your order, sir?